All right, it's 4:30 in the morning. I'm just kidding. It's 9:30. This is the look of a man that's ready for a business call. I slept in this morning. Got a call in 6 minutes with a potential new client. Got my laptop ready. Game face on. Let's do this.
What's up, man?
Hey, is this Ross?
Yeah.
Hey man, how's it going? Sorry about that. I just realized that I have, on my phone, I have silenced unknown callers on. So when I don't have the contact, it goes straight to voicemail. So sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good. No problem. How's your morning going, man?
Good, man. Today's been a slow morning, just a chill one, contrary to the rest of the week. So it's going well. How's your morning going?
Nice. It's same as every morning.
So this morning I'm headed to my buddy Joey Schultz's house. We are going to be shooting just a little bit of a discovery project. So when I first, he's also looking to do video production work with me. He was also one of the first people I was fortunate enough to meet here when I moved to Austin. So he rocks and he wants to, level up his YouTube. So we're doing a little bit of a discovery project, which I like to do with any new client just because it helps, feel it out. Lets you feel it out, lets you get an understanding of where they're at without too much pressure on the very first thing you do, because it takes understanding especially when you really want to make like your best piece of work. It takes a lot of understanding of like where the client's at, what is their vision, how do I match that with what I think is good. So we're shooting a little bit of an intro recap of what his life has been so he can reintroduce himself to YouTube. And we're doing it at his house. Should be a pretty simple setup and production. I'll be shooting on my FX3. It's my go-to, especially for things like this that we're trying to make look like a movie. So. This is my life, carrying things. Yeah. He's like so timid, but also excited. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Me, because I have such a stigma against using this to point at myself. Yeah. I hate that. Yeah. I got into this to point it at other people. Yeah. You know what I mean? To tell other people's stories. If someone else wants to come in with a camera and point at me, then fine. But
that's your next thing, having somebody film what you do.
Yeah. I mean, that's the
goal.
All in a day's work. Okay. So I'm gonna get this started. Yeah. So for the rest of the day, gonna be going to the gym here in just a second. Just dropped footage, just uploaded actually the first episode of the YouTube series, so that's fun. I'm excited. This is I've been excited about long form content like this in a while, so very stoked to get this going. And gonna hit the gym, come home, lunch, chill until 3 o'clock, where I have an interview of a pastor for a documentary that I'm making with Dominic Fusco. He's become a very good buddy of mine here in Austin, one of the first people I met here at a run club, his run club, Feel Good Friday. So him and I are working together as well, helping him with his YouTube content, and just gonna be starting with this mini documentary on his cardiac arrest, which has been just an incredible, jaw-dropping, terrifying, fantastic story that I've been learning of his journey this past year, going to cardiac arrest and recovering. So very excited to finish that, because that's gonna be a very completed piece telling a very good story. It's a hell of a way to kick off filming here in Austin. So I just got back from the gym, Lift ATX, and as I was leaving, I was finishing up, finishing up leg day, and I look over and I see this guy that I recognize from social media, kind of in the same group as some of the influencers that I've been working with. Walk up and I'm like, hey man, is your name Lucas? And he was like, yeah, what's up, dude? And it's so funny how small of a town, how small of a city Austin is, because he is buddies with my good friend Bryson, who's been here since 2019 in Austin, who we met in college and we were both building our videography business. He does the exact same thing that I do. So I'm just like, what's up, man? Like, you're working on a project with Bryson right now. And like, I had seen you on other people's social media. Just wanted to say what's up. And it's just so cool. And, he proposed the idea. He's like, yeah, man, because he has a clothing brand. And he said that he maybe wants to do some work. And who knows what that turns into. But it's just so cool being in an environment where you can just be at the gym, see someone that you recognize, say what's up, and then it, can be a cool conversation and potentially lead to some things. So love this place. All right, so it is about 2:45 in the afternoon, and I am setting up for a series of interviews, actually at my house, for Dominic Fusco. So Dom is a client of mine, and we've been working together on some various projects. The big one that we're starting off with is a documentary on his cardiac arrest. He went to cardiac arrest after running a mile, very fast mile, in August of 2023. He's 25 years old, and he survived. So we've been shooting this documentary here, capturing testimonies from people that were involved, whether it was the doctor that put the defibrillator in his chest, to the friends that were there when he went into cardiac arrest that called the ambulance and called his mom, to his mom herself. So this is such an honor for me. Honestly, it's such a impactful, just inspiring story. And so here's what we're working with. So for the interview setup, very DIY, as you can tell. So my house I've got in the background, it's at least aesthetic enough to, obviously once we get a subject in there, it'll look better, but aesthetic enough to work because we're working with a budget here. So we've got the boom, low mounted with a Rode NTG5 mic, so it'll be capturing the audio there. I like to go low mounted because oftentimes people will be looking down when they're talking, so they'll be talking and kind of look down like this, and so the projection of your dialogue is going down. So people often, will do the top mount audio, but I tend to do the bottom. Then we've got the workhorse. So we've got the FX3 body with the Sony G Master 50mm 1.2 prime, the Sony audio handle, which is running straight into the Rode NTG. Then for battery, we've got the small rig 99 watt battery V-mounted to the back. So don't have to worry about battery, and audio is going straight to the footage, so it's pretty easy. Then jerry-rigged a light. Actually, gotta shut these. So I want that Netflix very, very light bounce onto the subject's face right there. So I've got this Godox SL60W. That's what I'm working with right there. Very, very cheap light. Very cheap. It's got one color setting. I think it's set to 5,000 Kelvin or 45, one of the two. That's it. You can adjust the intensity. I've got it full blast right now, so it's bouncing a really soft light onto the subject. We're shooting at 1.2, so we're wide open, so we don't need much light to get the subject in the optimal exposure. So we're gonna be doing this for about the next 3 hours. So it's about 3 o'clock, and then we're gonna go till about 6. Here we go.
I did. It's just like so amazing. And so I get so full of gratitude. And to be honest, like if I'm ever having like a down day, like I just think about I think about Dom's story. It's like, dude,